I gotta say that I'm pretty stunned that Speaker Boehner resigned, and no matter what you think of Speaker Boehner, his resignation is certainly a game changer for both the GOP in general and during the 2016 elections. And I was thinking to myself when I saw the, for lack of a better term, the shtick about under pressure from conservatives, and I saw a comment on media. Someone put it this way, I guess. The Tea Party has basically put the brakes on the GOP and all that. I mean, sadly, in many ways, the far right is taking over the GOP, and those who are conservative and trying to temper from going to the far right are being called the establishment, liberals, rhinos, and now people are going to look at the resignation of John Boehner and say, yeah, the guy wasn't perfect. At the same time, I don't want these far-right crazies running the GOP. And the numbers of those such as Bernie Sanders and Joe Biden, and even the ones that most people don't think are going to make any impact, such as Martin O'Malley, will spike. And unfortunately, that'll mobilize a lot of people who voted for Anthony Brown in the last election, and even those who voted for Martin O'Malley in the last elections, they'll say, damn, we can't believe that Anthony Brown didn't win. And even some of the ones who voted for Hogan, they'll say, damn, we regret voting for Hogan. We regret voting for any of those GOP types, because many of them are so happy that Speaker Boehner resigned. You can't have a moderate in the GOP, and you can't have a conservative who's not some far-right wingnut. And so it's just amazing how, for lack of a better term, and this is not just the GOP, this is also obviously the Democrats who've been lurching further and further and further to the left, as if they weren't already to the left for many years. Back then, of course, they were called conservatives, and now they'd be called classical conservatives or modern liberals. And so, again, this is a case of where I'm convinced that for a 3,000-year-old book, there kept being this neither to the left nor to the right from following God's commandments. Well, for such a Judeo-Christian nation, we're certainly not doing that. Culturally and politically, we're lurching to the right and to the left. And not only that, how does a 3,000-year-old book keep using illustrations of right and left and not have some validity to it? So that's just something to think about. How can people say, oh, the Bible's antiquated and this and this and this? Well, again, for a 3,000-year-old book, to be using the left and right illustrations is pretty good. So that's just something to think about. Anyway, I guess there's that, and while I'm here recording something anyway, I wish everybody a Shabbat Shalom and an upcoming Sukkot Tova.